This is Girls Night Out, the podcast.
Hello again, everyone. This is now part 2 of episode 48 for the Girls Night Out podcast. Picking up where we left off last time, I think we were talking about smoking. So here it is.
I enjoy it.
No, you enjoyed it.
No, I didn't enjoy
I
it.
You
enjoyed
told me
it.
though that like you couldn't sit with a coffee and just like sit on the couch and just light a cigarette, and after the first exhale, you're like, you just feel
Great.
great.
Yeah, because
Like
that's
a
not.
little
But that's
bit of
not real.
heroin.
That's not real. Feeling great.
But it happened.
Yeah, I know, but it's not real. That feeling that you have is a chemical reaction.
Well, what
But
about
anytime you
ejaculating?
feel good is a chemical reaction.
no.
It's always-
You're replacing. You're
Thanks, Spock.
Oh, I thought you called
you're
it
replacing
Xbox.
something that's missing in your body that you don't really need in your body.
No,
What
but
about
what you're
ejaculation?
saying is that the chemical reaction is the same as
It's-
it doesn't function the same way, but anything is just a chemical reaction. Anything is just
Yeah, but I'm
brain
replacing
making you
something I
feel
don't
happy.
need.
But
yeah.
That's
agree
what
that
I'm saying.
not
It's like
good
I
for
don't need it.
but
It's
you
like-
don't need ice cream, but you feel good when you have it, right?
Yeah, but there's a purpose to ice cream.
What's the
I still
purpose?
can get nutrients, and I still can
But-
get full from it.
but-
and I can still
diarrhea.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's good for you. It's not
You
the
ever
greatest
have-
thing to eat, but
You ever have a Twix bar or a Mars bar?
But
You don't need
yeah,
Mars
but you can,
bars.
but you can still get energy from that.
But you don't need them.
No, you don't need them. And I'm not saying that. I'm not. This isn't a matter of needing. This is a matter of there's no purpose for cigarettes. There's no purpose.
They
There's
feel
no.
good though, undeniably.
Yeah, but that's not your feeling good.
Yeah,
but
what
who
about
was it
coming?
then?
What about coming?
'Cause
You're getting
I
rid
felt
of
it.
something, and you get
There's a
Joy.
purpose, but there's a purpose to come.
yes,
but you-
reproduction.
There's
but what
right,
about when
there's
you're
a-
jerking off into a gym
But
sock? There's no
a-
purpose to that.
But yes, there is a purpose to that because you have to. You have to jerk off. You have to release that because there's a buildup.
Well, what about the addiction where someone has to jerk off constantly?
Well, that's because you're doing it too much, I guess.
What are you trying to say?
what I'm trying to say is,
It's just all.
You're not, are you still off?
red.
Are you still off porn?
Fuck no, I'm back.
You tried to get off porn?
So he's off porn. He thinks he's gonna stop Facebook.
You got off porn?
Yeah, 30 days off porn.
Oh, you loser.
And I am back down the rabbit hole.
Were you crying? Was cum coming out of your eyeballs?
Oh no, I was jerking off still. Just using my imagination.
Oh, that must have been hard.
I did a recent spank bank, like trip down
Yeah.
memory lane. It's not worth it. My internet was down, and I just went from memory.
Can't do it, man.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like I
I can use memory still.
yeah, so can
I
I,
can
but it's
too,
just
but
not worth it.
it
I don't know
got
why.
harder.
I just don't know why you would do it. Why are you depriving
Because
yourself?
he was challenging himself.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did it get easier though
to not watch porn.
to jerk off without porn?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah,
I'd
no.
imagine the farther you got away from it, the stronger your imagination would be.
Stronger.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it probably did.
He started
Like,
thinking.
I
just-
can't
it
really
wasn't-
remember.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fucking back.
Just saying.
I'm back, man.
You don't even want to
You're
remember
back with
those
the
days.
vengeance.
Yeah, I seriously, fuck. I'm right back where I was.
It's like jump right back in.
Oh yeah.
It's like heroin.
They pulled me right back.
It's not even like you're saving money or anything.
No, it's just
Maybe
I do
time.
I do weird shit like that where it's just like, oh, like I'll try to do this.
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
little
There's nothing
while.
wrong with that.
Yeah, you're willing to experiment with your life.
With your cock.
With your life. I like Mace's with your life.
I did
Well, he
5
does do
days.
things like
Yeah.
that where he's like, I'm just gonna see what happens when I cut this
He's
out.
testing
Yeah.
his boundaries.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
5 days without jerking off, and then saw a movie with
Oh
Susan
fuck!
Sarandon,
I remember this.
What movie?
Robot and Frank.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It was
So
a great
Susan
movie.
Sarandon's in it, and she's old as fuck in it.
She's hot though.
I jerked off to Susan Sarandon so hard, like on day 5.
You know what? You don't have to tell us the level of how you jerked off. Just say you jerked
Actually, it
off.
was
With
like
vigor.
I
It's
was
so
like,
hard. We don't need to know.
20
It's so
Just
hard.
a tear. It was like you can't tell if it's a tear of sweat dripping off his
A
cheekbone.
vein.
20 seconds of fucking Susan Sarandon naked. I just looked up Susan Sarandon sex scenes and jerked off to like a 2-minute scene.
Excellent.
5 days without jerking off is the fucking worst.
Oof. I have a friend that did that.
Have you ever
but he
tried
was
that,
also
Manoj?
doing
Yeah, I've done
Kegels.
I've
I
tried it.
maybe go 2 at the most for me.
You've tried the.
Tried it.
How long did you last?
I think it was like 5 days. I want to see if I would my writing would change, like if just like comedy wise.
You're fucking just digging into the page.
Like
And
Pens are breaking.
it did for a little while. I felt like I was more like thinking of more things, just could like write more, and then at like the 3 or 4 day mark, then it got bad and I couldn't write anything.
I did it for a week.
Oh, you lasted a full week?
Yeah, full week because I was I was staying at someone's house, and I couldn't, and I just like it was a friend of the family, and I couldn't. So
I have a, I,
just,
I have a,
There's always
I have
a
a problem
way.
with that too a little bit.
yeah, and then there was one day my wife came, and I was like, we gotta do something. There's no reason for us to have a relationship if we can't do something about this.
Because the only place to really jerk, if you're staying at someone's house for a week, the only place to jerk off really is
in the
like
shower?
In the shower.
I
But it's
can't
not.
do that. I don't
and
like
it's,
that.
I know it's. It's
Well,
kind
the
of
trick
rude.
is you get right to the end and then you go forward and point your dick at the whole, like the drain.
You
And
throw your hands
well, yeah,
up.
because you don't want to get the glue. Because you know when water touches semen, it turns into fucking
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you just throw your hands and you're good.
Oh, and I go to a hotel, I jerk off like you wouldn't believe.
Did you guys stay with
first
them in a
thing as soon as I
hotel?
get out- First, well, not when you. Yeah, when these guys don't give a fuck.
Bathrooms in,
I don't give a
Gavin's
fuck.
in the bathroom again.
I put a blanket over their cage like a bird.
We
They
all
follow-
shared one room, and
Yeah.
you said you didn't do it. I didn't. Jordan did, apparently.
No, I don't jerk off in the room. When,
Apparently.
I won't jerk off
is
with other
that?
people in the room.
Why do I get a parent?
Yeah, because you.
I didn't jerk off.
I'm not gonna jerk off with other
miserable.
people in the room.
It's fucking miserable. I didn't jerk off once. It sucked.
I won't jerk off with other people in the room, but my own room.
Yeah, well,
Forget
that's the
it.
thing. Then the
Forget
second
it.
time we went away and you had your own room, Jordan and I were both at our room going, he's totally
Oh
jerking
yeah!
off right
As soon
now.
as I get in, I put the luggage down. I'm jerking off. Get the computer open. I'm jerking the fuck. Dude, I just like jerk off like crazy. You just make sure the windows are closed. I don't want people to
I
see.
went on a family trip with, it was me, my mom, and my brother, and we shared one hotel room. So I slept on a cot, my brother got to bed, my mom got to bed. By day 4, we were in New York. I couldn't walk down the street because I had blue balls so bad that just the one step would just make my testicles hurt so bad. So I just pretended that I had the flu and just stayed in the hotel room and jerked off for like 4 hours.
For like 4 hours.
Well, not like it's like just
Yeah.
like one after
You
the
jerked
other.
off and then.
Yeah, well, because
waited.
they went out and like went to some museum and went out for lunch, and I was like, "Oh, I really don't feel good. I think I got a stomach bug," and they just left, and I just
So your thing was you couldn't.
I couldn't jerk off because I
With
was
them in the next room.
no, we were all in the same room, one room, 2 beds, and
Couldn't
a
jerk
cot.
off with them around.
Yeah, it's weird. I
With
couldn't
his-
even do it if my mom was asleep and I had to go to that fucking tiny bathroom. It was just uncomfortable.
Pussy.
Yeah, I'm a
No, I'm
giant
just
pussy.
kidding. I'm kidding. That totally makes sense.
But yeah, as soon as they left, they went to the museum.
Karate pants came on.
Wait, why not in the shower?
Oh, because my mom and my brother were always in the fucking room.
In the shower with
No,
you?
no. Like even with the door locked, it was like you could
I get
hear.
that. Yeah.
Like I could hear them talking in like the
It's like a mental
main room.
block. I get
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
you could hear them.
I could
I
hear-
thought you meant they could hear you.
No,
I
I
was
could
like,
hear
what are
them
you-
talking.
How are you jerking off?
Why don't you love me?
Is there a motorbike in the washroom?
What, you guys don't grunt when you jerk
I
off?
got a gentle hand job one time from this chick on a bus for 4 hours, but it was like not on my cock, the outside of my cock, because I was finger banging her.
Yeah.
It was a 4 hour from Kalamata to Athens.
Oh, okay.
So in the middle of it, I went to the washroom to try to jerk off, and there was this fucking. In Greece, they have like these old women, like grandmothers. They call them, I guess, yaya.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird. This is the weird. You go to the washroom. There's like these old washrooms. They like
They jerk you off.
There's these four. Like there'll be like 4 stalls,
Yeah.
right? And you go in the stall. Everything's cool with the stall, but it's literally a hole in the ground, and you squat over the hole and you take a shit. But you can piss in the hole too, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds good.
But you know what? You go. That's where
Wait a
you-
second, can you piss in the hole? Because this seems like it's a hole. You can do whatever the fuck you want. in
You
that
can
hole.
fuck
There's
the
2
hole.
spots
hole.
for your feet that you know where they're supposed to go, kind of.
Excuse me, that
It's been.
I've seen it. They have them in China and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's
It's surprisingly when you have to shit though, it actually works.
it actually helps with prostate cancer.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently,
squatting,
yeah,
yeah.
squatting is good for your prostate, not getting prostate cancer.
So this is the weirdest
Did he
thing
roll
they
his
do.
eyes?
I don't know what I did.
It's like I'm trying to tell you.
Medical,
what the guy is.
yeah, whatever. Sorry,
Worried
so
about my
I don't
prostate,
understand. I
wanna
don't
jerk
know.
off.
I don't understand how prostate
because
works.
you're stretching out the hole and stuff. Apparently,
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Opening it. Oh,
Yeah,
so
it's the way you're taking
your
it,
hole's
yeah.
gaping, and it just things fall out.
Yeah, just things you're not pushing it. So you can wait a second. So you can piss and you can shit in a hole. Can you vomit in the hole?
If you, yeah, I guess
Can you
could.
put treasure in that hole?
I'm sure there's tons of treasures in that hole.
Just digging in there.
So then, I was 2 hours of this gentle fucking hand job, and I was like, I gotta fucking jerk off. I just want to just drain my balls so I can think again.
So like she was just over the pants.
Over the pants, and it was
Which
it
is
was,
awesome.
Which is awesome because the bus was full and we had like stuff on our lap, and but I was playing with her pussy the whole way, and she was going crazy, and it was just fun.
Yeah.
And it was this girl that I was hitting on all summer, and we just by chance were taking the same bus back to Athens. I was going home to Canada. She lived in Athens. So it was this it's like, oh, she's like, hey. I'm like, hey. So after I was like, fuck it. I just started trying to play with her pussy after about 10 minutes on the bus.
It's weird for the guy sitting in between you two.
The world's largest bus. It's the 3-man seats.
So the way they do this all over Greece, so they'll have these yayas.
Jerking off?
Their idea is like these grandmothers will be in the washroom. They're like
In the
like as-
men's?
in the men's. Like they're cleaning. They clean. Their job is to clean the washroom, but they don't clean the washroom. What they're there for is this is how they make this extra money. It's like you give her a couple of drachmas or whatever to buy toilet paper.
That's
Just so you can wipe your ass. There's no
disgusting.
toilet paper in the stalls. You want to wipe your ass, you give this old grandmother.
How much do they give you? How much toilet paper?
yeah. That was
They give
my-
you enough. They give you enough to fucking wipe your ass.
Bless
You don't know my movements.
Yeah, this guy's
Yeah.
got
Well,
crumbs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, then you just buy more. Whatever. You give her more drachmas. Whatever.
You
just
give her like a
you-
20.
But what if you?
You say, let it ride, baby.
You think. There's times in your life where you think ahead. You're like, you know
Here's
what?
$40.
Here's like 100 drachmas. Give me all your toilet paper, lady. But I was literally buying.
I want to buy your entire stock.
I was
That's what
bu-
you should have done. You should have bought her out so she would leave to go get
You
more
bought
toilet
her
paper.
out. You should have bought her out.
I just bought. Yeah, I wasn't thinking like that. I was just bought enough because I knew I was just gonna jizz. So I figured I'll just parachute it, right?
It's just like 1 square, please.
Yeah. So I give her this money. So
How
I
much
go in
for
the
a
stall.
square?
I lock it and I start trying to fucking jerk off. Like I just want to drain my balls. And I'm going for about 2-3 minutes. And I just gave up because I could. She was like fucking this old woman who was like
Hello?
right? Literally like 5 to 7 feet away from me. She's at the sinks. And I'm just like trying.
You're standing above a medieval shithole.
Yeah.
Staring into the abyss. The shithole. It just zooms into the shithole. And then you start thinking about your life. You're like, what am I doing? Where am I going?
So I'm like, I couldn't do it.
That cracks you up, but you'll fart in a 12-year-old girl's face. I love it.
She was 16.
All right.
Come on, Mace.
But the bus only stops at this place for 15 to 20 minutes. So but between the fact that I'm on a time limit, there's this old fucking Greek lady 10 feet away from me, and I'm trying to drain my balls. I couldn't do it. I just gave up.
You know, your lesson here is wear diapers on the bus. Get a diaper, you can jerk
Oh,
off.
I
Or get
no.
extra underpants.
No, if I could have got the momentum to jizz in my pants, I would have done it.
Oh, I would have.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem.
pants.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem jizzing in my underwear.
I'll live in my jizz.
I had a friend get jizz in his pants at a strip club, and it wasn't me. I wasn't wearing my karate pants. But
Is that how you do when you're done?
But when we were walking out, like it was dark. When we were walking back to my car, I could see that he had a load in his pants. It's like-
Aw.
and I didn't want to say anything, but I started laughing. And he's like, "I fucking know, okay? I'm sticking to my jeans."
What's
right
wrong
now."
with him jizzing? Is like it's
Well-
like it's set up for that, and he's just like fuck it. The rest of you are losers.
No,
I paid $20
No,
for this
because
shit.
he jizzed in his pants from a fucking a 4-minute lap dance. Yeah, but I'm just saying he was ashamed. I don't think I could jizz in my pants. I think just the discomfort because I have thigh hair.
It's gonna dry up.
Are you not a man?
No, I'm
Seriously,
not a
thank
man.
you, Manolis.
Jesus Christ.
I don't like
Seriously.
my own. I don't even like getting my own jizz on myself.
It's people
Yeah,
like you,
I
the reason why
understand that.
people can't make out in Russia.
Yeah. Have you not listened to any of Martin Luther King's speech? I have a dream. The jizz in your own pants.
Yeah, I missed that part. unfortunately.
Little black children. And little
So
white
then I
children.
go another 2 hours on the bus, gentle hand job.
She continued.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
So I'm like, because there's always hope. Where you thinking maybe I'll get enough momentum to fucking jizz? I don't. So we get there. She actually gives her boyfriend a kiss. She had a boyfriend. And I say bye. I just like, see ya. And I go and I get to the airport. I get on the plane. So now I'm flying from there to Amsterdam. And so I try to jerk off in the plane in the sky, but for some reason the same thing. I was like, it was maybe because of the height and the fucking like there was not a lot of washrooms on this plane, so I was like I knew there was a lineup behind me, so I just like I couldn't
do that either.
Yeah, I can't jizz when I know some person's waiting to fucking go after me. So I was like, I need some time. If I knew no one was behind me in the washroom, I would have just jizzed right away.
Yeah.
So now I land. By the time we land in Amsterdam, my connecting flight was from Amsterdam to fucking Toronto, right?
You jerked off around the world that day.
So then I land in Amsterdam, and we find out right away that our connecting flight, we missed it. So they were going to put us in a hotel for the night, and we had to get a plane the next day. They had paid for them. Well, as soon as I knew that you had to go to this place to meet, and they take you there. So first thing I did, like I knew I had time, I went right to a washroom in Amsterdam. In Amsterdam airports, the stalls go right to the floor on all four sides, right? So you're like really private, and that's where I fucking unloaded. Just fucking, just everywhere.
And R.I.P. to Philip Seymour Hoffman, I guess is what we're trying to say. Yeah, it was.
We got to
It's a
Manolis
shame.
jerking off around the world from Philip Seymour.
Yeah, didn't we
Hoffman.
start off with Philip
That's what
Seymour
we
Hoffman?
started
We
on,
went
yeah.
to.
That's the charm in Girls' Night Out.
That is the charm
It was-
of
it
Girls'
was
Night
pretty good.
Out.
I enjoyed that.
I went to. Can I tell you? There's a little bit more to this story. Can I tell it to you?
Yeah.
For sure.
We go. We all get checked in the hotel. I put everything in, like check everything. I go and get a cab to downtown Amsterdam because I've been there before. Figure out smoke a joint, whatever. But everything was closed except the whorehouses were still open. Like it was like last call for like getting into bars to smoke weed. So I found this prostitute, and I was about to ask her, but I was just talking to this guy. Hey man, is there any fucking places that are open? And so we're just kind of talking, and there's these three guys standing in front of us, and one of the three guys go, how much? Because they're behind the glass, right? The prostitutes. And and I've been there before, and I've had prostitutes there before.
Yeah.
So it's no big deal. But I'm just like, she goes, hey, he goes, how much? And she just looks at him and goes, she's just like, no. She just says no.
Was she turning down sex with him?
Yeah. So
She wanted you.
Second guy goes, can I come in? Nope. Third guy, nope. So me and this guy catch on, like what's happening, that this prostitute's turning down all these guys.
Yeah.
She was cute. She was hot enough,
Yeah.
for definitely. So
For
this
an
third,
89-year-old.
what?
For an 89-year-old.
Right. So this guy goes, how about me? She says no again. So now I'm the last guy standing there. So I'm out of curiosity. I wanted her to know. So I go, how about me? And she nods her head, yes.
And so you go in?
I go in. I was gonna do it anyway, so I go in. So as I go in, I hear one of the. This is my favorite part. I heard one guy say to the other guy, like this. I just catch it with my ear. It's like, who the hell was that guy? Like I was something like, how did he do that? Like like I could like. So I go in and I fuck her, and then it's cool, and I leave. Everything's cool, and I leave, and I like felt like really good at the moment, and I go woo like this, like being a cocky idiot, and some guy in a window upstairs goes, go fuck yourself. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back to the hotel. And then this fucking crackhead tries to fucking, basically I think he was looking to see if I was like scared.
Were you in Amsterdam or Hamilton?
Sounds like Hamilton. So I guys, do you want, I thought he said,
He goes up to you and does this.
you got any money, or you want some drugs or something, right? And I'm like, no. And as I was like, I said no. He goes, hey, like that. He puts his hand on my shoulder, like, hey, like this, and I bang it off, and I go, hey, what the fuck, dude? And then he kicks my leg, just like right on the side. So then I just put my fist up, and I'm like this, but there was like about 10 crackheads around him. So they were like looking at me like, I think he was starting to try to fuck with me to see if I was gonna fucking be all scared, and they were just gonna jump me and mug me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I just put my fists up, and I'm like, I scream, I'm like, you fucking want to go? You want to fucking go? You want to go?
No.
I'm like, let's fucking. And I'm like, just stand there, and I'm looking at all of them. I'm looking at like 10 crackheads, but the one main crackhead, I'm like focused on him, and they were like these guys are all like.
They're called the chairman of the crack committee.
They're ready to jump.
Chairman of the road.
Yeah,
They're ready to jump in. They were ready to jump in and fucking beat the shit out of me if I fucking went down. So they were just waiting for I knew they were waiting.
Either
for,
way, you're gonna get jumped.
Yeah, no, they were waiting for weakness. They were ready.
If you're
for
gonna
me.
be weak, you're gonna get jumped. If you lose the fight, you're gonna get jumped.
So I was just like, come on, like I'm like, come on, let's fucking go, let's go. And then he's like, didn't say anything. I'm like, and then they kind of just like dissipated like rats, and I just fucking I just put my hands down. I saw an alleyway. I walked down like to the main street and fucking grabbed a cab.
Jerked off in the cab.
And then jerked off in the cab.
Then they go, and then what? Yeah. They hiss at you like vampires.
That sounds like a fucking crazy day.
That was night.
No, it was a whole 24 hours. That was 24 hours.
Yeah, it was a 24-hour journey, and all I wanted to do was fucking
So much
jizz. That's all I
jizz
wanted.
rage. So much jizz rage built up.
I was fucking. That was probably one of the scariest times that I ever felt though, like, because I was that moment where I'm like, I'm dead. Like I'm dead here if I fucking show. I was scared. If I knew if I showed it, I was dead.
It's like that movie Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, except Manolis tries to jerk off. So the Super Bowl was last Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had built up did you guys hear about the Seinfeld reunion they had built up?
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see what they actually showed. Oh, kind of bit. So, commercial?
Yeah.
You know his new show, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
It was basically like the commercial was Seinfeld doing that sort of show with George, and they like go to Tom's restaurant, which was like the restaurant from. It was shitty. It was like a minute and a half.
It was a commercial for I
felt like they were riffing.
No, it was written because Larry David and him worked on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he was saying that it's like the biggest thing ever. There's like this huge reunion, and people are gonna be like pumped, and then it was just like a 30-second fucking Super Bowl ad that was super.
But I keep saying there's more of another reunion. There's an actual reunion happening.
Okay, so you did.
I keep saying that, but I could be wrong. Like it might be an old post, but yeah.
Because we were talking about this on the
Yeah,
show
and they're
on
saying
Friday.
that the Seinfeld reunion is happening, is what I keep saying.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I hope something more happens.
But
Because
why?
disappointing as fuck.
Yeah.
What else is there to do?
I don't know, they probably have something funny.
It'd just be maybe a funny I don't know, online little episode or something. I don't know.
Maybe a series.
You could do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, a web series would be cool.
I was talking about how people were like the Seinfeld, the Gawker person got mad at him for not including. They said that his Comedians in Cars with Comedy only has white male comics on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's not true though, is it?
Well, the majority of it, he had like Sarah Silverman, Chris Rock,
Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Tina Fey. So it's not like he had the ratio is mostly just.
And he was
white males.
he was saying how it's like it's not what did he say?
Not the census.
It's not census.
What's
Like
that
funny
mean?
is just funny.
Like,
Like
yeah.
he's just
Like you
putting-
can't base race relations on comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On his
but
show.
but why can't he just have? He's obviously talking to his friends, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what his point was. He's like, these are my friends. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Why
just-
can't I
people I
talk to my
find funny.
friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are people I find funny.
I think one of his best friends is who's that comedian that black dude?
Mario Joyner or something.
He's kind of chubby. That black
I
dude.
don't know what you're talking about.
Cedric the Entertainer.
No, I've been friends with him for years, man. Like from like 30 years or like from.
Matt Hoffman.
He always wears
Lopez?
those gay
Kevin
caps.
That sounds like
He wears like a cap like Mace's but backwards.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, are you?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Are you talking about
Martin
Bernie
Luther King.
Mac?
He always,
Malcolm X.
You talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking
Bernie
about.
Mac?
The Vegas guy.
yeah,
Sanford and Son.
kind
Andrew
of
Dice
cheesy.
Oh, Red Fox.
He smiles all the time.
Yeah.
Knight Rider.
They're old. I think they were roommates.
No,
at
I
one-
think it's Knight Rider.
It sounds like does sound like Knight Rider.
Knight
The
Rider.
car, Kit.
I just
Kit.
watched him the other day.
You watch any documentary on Jerry Seinfeld, and this guy is will
Stone
be
Cold
in
Steve
it.
Austin.
The 6-pack of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, I want to know.
What you do?
But it's just, I don't
Elton John.
George Wallace.
That's probably it.
He's gay.
Oh yeah.
Is he gay? Is it homosexual or gay?
He's gay. I don't
Hang
know.
on,
What's
I'll
the
tell ya.
difference?
Faggot with an eye.
One sucks cock more.
Homosexual, who sucks cock more?
Okay, so this guy did what?
He's saying that he has black friends. so
George Wallace.
it
No, I'm
justifies
saying I think-
racism.
Yeah, I'm justifying his racism.
Because he has a black friend.
No, but I don't think
I
I don't think his best
that's
friend
how I
would be a
keep my
black.
profile.
I don't think his
That's the
best
only
friend
way
would
you
be
can
a
do it. You gotta
black
have
dude.
one. Every white person should have one. So you can say, hey, I'm not a racist. I got a black friend. Put them in the ovens.
That's the guy. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy.
Yeah, George Wallace.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like I don't think if to try to put him in a corner. I don't think if his best friend's black.
I think
dude-
Seinfeld like has a whole bunch of different types of comics on there. I think there are cases of where it's like, yeah, there is clear something going on, but I don't think that's.
I don't think it's a race thing, like
No, I don't think it's
intentionally
I
a race
don't
thing
think
at
it's
all.
at all.
I'd
Comedy
say
is comedy.
I'd
funny
say
is funny.
more so that he has like different comedy genres, which isn't even really a thing, but they're all like kind
That's
of
the thing,
derivative.
comedy genres.
They're all derivative of some other type of comedy.
If he was putting on like, if they were like unfunny, but they were all like white males and they were all unfunny, there would be a problem. But I don't think that. Like the people he's putting on are some of the greatest comics that we've seen.
And when he had Tina Fey on, he asked her about that.
Yeah.
And she was just like how it is, like what it's like being a woman in comedy. And
Yeah.
she was just like, it just is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you deal with.
So like, no, I don't think he's doing it like intentionally.
No, I don't.
I think people are digging.
I think he's getting
Right.
a lot of the people that he knows.
I think people just want him to say that he doesn't think girls are funny, and that's that's often the case.
Wait, I thought it was about not having black people. on.
It was
No, it's about
women,
minorities.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, minorities. But I just that's such not even a hot topic, but so many people are talking about that still.
Women?
Yeah.
That's so boring now.
I know it's like well,
Even the question of what does it feel like to be a woman in comedy? Ugh.
yeah, it's
boring.
it's a dead horse now.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he did anything wrong.
They'll continue to have a predominantly white male guests on too.
I think
guaranteed.
it's liberal people that are trying to make comedy like this safe playground. Like where
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a safe. There should be no. Should have no affiliations to any political group.
Did you see the interview with him about it?
No, I didn't.
He basically says that exact same. He's like, I'm not doing this. Like, this isn't like a deliberate thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is just like I think people are like being overly PC.
Yeah.
It's like they just need to calm down because this isn't what that's about.
A lot of liberal people that like have their favorite comics or whatever, they're like the redneck people where they just like, I want to hear something reflected back at me that I agree with. I'm not going to listen to anything. I had an argument with someone over a comic. They're like, no, that comic's is sexist. I'm like, yeah, I agree, but just listen to it. It's funny. Like it's self-admitted sexism, but it's funny. And no, fuck that. And it's like, you have that right, but it's like I just want to hear what I agree with. I don't want to hear anything else. I'm not going to be open to anything else. I think that's a lot of that shit happens. And then you're accusing a Seinfeld of not having ethnic people on his. I mean, his show didn't have an ethnic people, but what are you gonna do?
But
Oh, by the way, Seinfeld is connected to Friends and also connected to the show that you hate the most.
what show?
Mad About
No
You.
matter how are they connected to Mad About You?
Phoebe appeared on Mad About You,
I know that.
and Kramer appeared on Mad About You.
Really?
Yeah.
I still like Seinfeld.
Did Kramer appear as Kramer?
Yes. And then, so the universes are in the same universe, and then you have the new show episodes with Joey's in it, but he's playing Matt LeBlanc.
Is that show any good?
It's great. It's hilarious.
There's a new. Oh, I heard
it
about
was
that.
good. I thought
Yeah.
it was going to be crap, but
No, it's
I
funny.
just haven't watched it.
And somebody else is in it.
As
Oh,
long as
and
you
the guy
watch
from
it.
Mad About You, the
Episodes?
brother-in-law.
Matt LeBlanc?
As long as I don't have to watch Mad About You, I'm fine.
Showtime.
Did George Shapiro produce Mad About You then too?
I don't know. I don't know much about Mad About You. I don't know. Like,
I
remember.
dare you to watch an episode.
I've seen Mad About You. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I remember being really young when it came out. I was like, "This show is horrible," and this is way before I started doing stand up because I was
It's
a
like
child.
you watch.
I was wearing my sweatpants on the couch eating popcorn. Like, this is garbage.
There's like a 30-minute. I think it's like episode 40 or something, where there's like a 30-minute discussion about how Mad About You sucks dick.
We did. Yeah, we've done that. Yeah.
Let's not get back into it.
No, but I just want to say that
It sucks, dude.
no, like if I see Mad About You, I feel like does someone hate me? Like why? Like why does this exist? You know?
Do they still run reruns of Mad About You?
Probably.
Now that we have this whole setup, we should start another podcast called Mad About You.
Mad about you.
And it'll just be Manolis asking people their opinions on Mad About You.
Can you imagine like working on the show? Like imagine like being
MAY.
like you're like the guy that has to do the camera. You're like
Yeah,
filming.
maybe.
Like imagine how much depression.
Well, it's not handheld. They were stationary cameras.
Yeah, but he has to operate it, right?
Hey,
There's
just
someone
sitting there. I
Yeah.
used to see them. They
And
just do
multiple
nothing.
takes.
Yeah,
He just
he
stays
has
sit there.
Just starts banging his head on the fucking.
Yeah, the money helps.
I
Though.
bet you I'd like to find out like the stats of like how many people killed themselves after.
That's just it just became routine. Like, oh, we gotta do it again. Camera 3 shot himself.
Yeah, for sure,
The
man.
career that commits most suicide. Mad About You camera operators and then dentists.
Dentists and
then
comedians. And then 4 comedians that cannot stand Mad About You.
Do comedians commit suicide a lot?
It's a pretty. I think we talked about it in that one podcast with the psychosis and.
Oh,
But
That
it
wouldn't
is.
shock
It's a
me at
pretty.
all.
It's a pretty high
I
statistic.
didn't know that. I mean, I
Do you know any?
I can see that.
Do you know any? Well, you've been doing it for 18 years,
yeah,
right?
well, yeah, we've seen guys.
Kill themselves.
Yeah, well, not seen them, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously.
Been there for it.
Yeah, I've been there.
I mean, there's a few that
There's some murders or some suicides.
You
People go missing.
you know of murders? In the
Well,
comedy
there's one
community?
guy who was on tour out west, and I think he was in Grand Prairie. He went out rollerblading at night, got hit
Oh.
by a truck.
Really?
But the guy, Monty something, I forget his name, and then he got hit by a truck, and they covered it up because the guy was the son of the guy that owns the town. Like he runs the town. He owned the big company in the city, so they covered it up. And then later on, that guy got hit by a train riding a motorcycle, drinking and driving.
So
Yeah.
the universe took care of him.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to talk about people pretending to be in the military for attention.
I just said I heard it on the radio on the way here. I was like, I didn't even know that existed.
No, like people are fucked though. There's like the girl who pretended to have cancer or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
People who pretend to be
But she
homeless.
wanted money, right?
So what are these people? What are their motivations? Just attention, purely attention.
Right?
That's kind of.
I don't
that's
know.
really
I don't
fucked
know.
up, actually.
Yeah, it's a
Probably
sickness.
more fucked up because it's just attention.
Yeah, I mean, like my brother is literally a veteran, so like he sacrificed a lot to go do that. So it's
Yeah.
like that is actually really fucked up too.
Yeah, but like how they're treated. I mean, like, I can. It's fucked up, but I can see why someone would do it. Like, if they want to be treated like,
Yeah, I mean,
because like
Yes.
it's just like everyone agrees, like, yeah, support the troops. Like that's a whole. I'm not saying it's right, and I don't agree with it. I'm just saying I could see the mentality of fuck yeah. It's like people that go on Jerry Springer and then they become celebrities in their town, even though they look like fucking idiots, right? But they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we're the celebrities in town. If
Yeah, I
you don't
guess.
care why you're famous, makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
true.
no, that chick that faked cancer, Ashley Kierlo, she was at this benefit concert that ended up being put in her name. And yeah, and like I knew she was close friends with a friend of mine that did pass away from cancer. So it was like this big ordeal. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I met that girl several times and I could not stand that bitch.
Yeah, she sounds
Yeah,
like
no kidding.
you
Oh,
just
she's-
don't want to get a World War II uniform like
Oh,
Melissa's
yeah.
age and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you gotta wear with a musket
Yeah.
and stuff. It's like I served.
I know.
like in the Civil War.
You gotta really know what's going on.
Yeah,
A
you
guy
got
like me,
yeah.
I just fucking get totally like the wrong.
yeah, like
era.
Vietnam pants and
Shows up like Sergeant Pepper.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bandana and everything.
And I just say, I was
just
in
like
the-
Rambo.
Yeah, I have an eye patch. I was in the war. Were you? What war?
He's wearing a musket gun with desert print.
Yeah. There's also somebody you want to talk about the Beatles?
Well,
So the Beatles got some new stuff coming. I don't know.
No, I just think I think they're airing something tonight, with that. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's gonna.
All of them?
Well, like, yeah, no, just I don't know exactly what they're airing, but the 50th year anniversary I think is today of the Beatles being on. I don't know in general or just being on the Ed Sullivan show.
You a big fan of the Beatles?
I would say I'm a big fan. I do find them very interesting in a lot of ways. Just the fact that they produced so many hits in such a short span of time.
And changed like
The world.
the orientation from rock and roll just into rock, where their
They said
Sgt.
this-
Pepper's album became like that was where music switched from being single oriented to album oriented. So
Wow.
where the album became like the work of art.
And also, I just because I heard of this fact today, but because the Ed Sullivan Show, because they were like when the Beatles would play the Ed Sullivan Show, the fucking crowd would go so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So they decided to put a camera on the crowd to splice that into to show people how fucking crazy people were going for the Beatles.
Also,
That's where the audience shot
I worked
started.
with a comic that had to go after that.
Go after that. What do you
That
mean?
with after the
After the
Beatles.
Beatles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were saying something about that.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Also, the Beatles are the reason that stadium rock exists, because before the Beatles, they didn't have like these huge sound systems and stuff like that, and the crowd had never like been so loud that like the Beatles would be playing and nobody could hear them. You could only hear screaming girls. So there was actually sound systems were like huge concert sound systems were developed specifically for the Beatles. So that's when stadium rock started. to
Girls
develop,
are
too. They had a
stupid.
huge influence on
Girls
Yeah.
are so
rock
stupid. You're
music.
just gonna go to a
It's
concert
undeniable.
to scream. Like you don't even care what they're playing. You don't give a shit about the music at all.
Oh,
you
no.
just think they're cute and you're going to scream.
No, you see the
whole
footage.
fucking
You
time.
see the footage of the concert. That was concert. You can't even hear the Beatles.
crying,
Yeah,
crying.
there's,
They're in the same room as me. That one always kills me when you see girls just crying because they're in the same.
Yeah. Just
same
it
building.
hurts, it hurts so bad. And like it's like you're trying to enjoy the concert as an adult male. And people are just screaming around. I fucking hate girls. I hate that they make decisions in our lives.
Jimmy Kimmel did a great bit.
They do. They decide what music is popular and I gotta fucking listen to
I
it.
just like that you called them misogynist
Yeah,
earlier.
I
where
was
you just
gonna
said, I hate girls.
Little girls.
That-
I hate little girls. Yeah.
Just-
Not girls.
So date little
then-
boys then.
Well, I'm not gonna date any little anything.
But it goes both ways though, because I'm sure it's irritating for me to be like laughing hysterically at a Frank D'Angelo YouTube
No, that's
video.
fine. That doesn't hurt anyone. You're not making like it's not like okay if there's a ton of guys like you like 18, 19 who love shitty stuff.
Yeah.
But that doesn't determine the culture. Little girls determine the fucking music landscape. What's on pop culture music. They determine what we're gonna listen to, and that's why all music sounds like fucking dog balls on radio. And I gotta listen to screamy. I'm in this. Oh fuck.
You don't
off.
have to listen to it though.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
I know, but
always
I,
gonna be-
I shouldn't know shit about Justin Bieber. I
Yeah,
don't want to
but
know
there's
anything
always
about
gonna
him.
there's always going to be a star like that.
Exactly,
Everyone
that's what-
But that's a demographic that always is going to be.
Yeah, I
filled.
know, and I don't like that demographic. Is what I'm
Well,
saying.
then don't hang out with a bunch of.
I'm not. I just don't want to be have
delete your
anywhere
Facebook.
around it. I don't want anything to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know about these people.
Okay.
I'm worried. I'm interested in Justin Bieber.
I don't give
There
a
was
fuck.
I want him to be okay.
Who gives
I
a
want him to
fuck?
get
What were
his
you gonna say?
license back.
You were gonna say something?
There was a great bit on Jimmy Kimmel where they. You're interrupting the podcast.
He's the biggest believer.
The dog.
They were like interviewing little girls on the street and making up lies about Justin Bieber, like saying he slapped his grandmother.
Yeah, yeah.
And asking them if it was okay for him to do that.
Yeah.
And every single one was like, yeah, I don't see a problem with that. He probably had his reasons. And like, he was drinking and driving. And they're like, yeah, well, he's
He
Justin Bieber. So
he had
it's
somewhere to
good.
go.
See, there's
Yeah.
no rational thought with these people. You
No, of
can't
course
rationally think with them.
Yeah.
We should just collect them all and.
I'm not a. I just. I
Hey,
To Russia.
Send them to Russia. Yeah.
girls.
send them to Russia until they get old enough, until they're 19,
Until-
20,
Yeah.
and then bring them back, and then we'll deal with that.
They're hardened. And
Yeah.
Fucking beat the shit out of us.
Until they start riding bare shirtless.
Amazons. Let's create Amazon.
Girls want to fuck Justin Bieber. What are you gonna do?
It's not. No, they don't want to fuck them. They like because
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah, they
no,
do.
no. Justin Bieber's safe. It's that idea. This is from
He's
my
not
wife. This is my from my wife. It's like this idea of this safe bad boy that's not gonna.
Just staring at you, the dog.
There's,
Sorry.
there's this idea of this safe bad boy that's like not gonna expect anything. It's just this safe, like, oh, they don't expect anything from me. It's gonna be okay. It's like why fat girls hang out with gay guys. It's like, oh, they're just gonna accept me and I'm gonna be fine. They're not gonna expect me to take my clothes off and look at me naked. It's the same idea. It's like I
know.
love, but I don't want to.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you-
want it inside of me. That's too scary.
They
I
would
know.
fuck Justin Bieber.
Yeah, these girls would fuck Justin Bieber.
I don't know.
I'd
I
fuck
think
Justin
if
Bieber.
they're older, I think when they're older they would. I don't think when they're young at that age. I think it's too scary. I think they want to kiss and hold and
Yeah,
hug
well,
and
see,
hurt.
it's just- we're
And
talking
they
about the
wanna-
same
they have all
thing.
these weird. No, we're not. I don't think they want to hurt. No, we're not. We're not.
They hold. They want to kiss him,
Yeah, but that's not.
and then he has a boner. What is they're like? Oh, Justin, no.
Yeah, but they don't think like they don't think like us.
No, but then
They don't think like us.
He'll push the head down. They're impressionable young girls.
I'm
and,
sure. I'm
and he'll be like,
sure.
just put this in your mouth a little.
You're
and then-
right. If
You
rape
think
was
it's-
involved, I'm sure.
No,
they-
you think it's 7? You think
I'm
what
sure.
is what is he? 19?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
So he's like he's hanging out with some 17 or 18-year-old girl.
You know, what I'm saying is like,
Well,
are you talking about like a
I wish I was
14-year-old
Justin
girl?
Bieber.
a
He's not gonna be.
13
He's not gonna hang out with 14.
Yeah, but this is what we're talking about. I'm talking about what they like about him. I'm not talking about in an actual situation of Justin Bieber fucking a chick. I don't want to analyze that. Oh, if Justin
I
Bieber had a
do.
chance to fuck a chick, he'd fuck a chick. Of course they would fuck him if he's
So we
18.
agree.
Right,
What
but
about-
I'm talking about 14-year-old girls
what about
and their
his-
love of Justin Bieber isn't the same of.
But
I
their
wanna
love of
fuck
Justin
his
Bieber,
dick.
what-
I love Justin Bieber's dicks.
They like don't think he's like hot though and shit.
Yeah, I agree,
say that,
but he's safe. He's a safe bad boy. He's like, it's like I remember how little girls were into Clay Aiken and no fucking clue that he was gay. It's the same
that's
idea. It's
ridiculous.
it's safe. They do think he's hot. They think he's, and they cry it's a safe. You know what I mean? When they're 13, 14 years old, right? There's nothing in it.
He got to be inside of Selena
Oh,
Gomez.
I don't even want to know. That's creepy.
Yeah, I
She's
think it's
20.
awesome.
She's
She
20.
was-
It's not that creepy.
Yeah, but when they were reporting on it, it was
Jordan,
like
stop giving me that look. She's 20 years old. You can.
Alright.
You can
that,
talk
when it was
about her all
3-4
you
years ago, though. There was like
That just makes me harder.
No, it doesn't. It makes me. Ugh. When they were on the beach and they were like showing photos of them on the beach, I was like, why the fuck do I have to participate in pedophilia
Yeah, that
with the rest of the
What
fucking world?
pedophilia? How old were they?
Yeah, but
17
I'm
then?
watching
Yeah,
fucking 15-year-olds like. You ever watch these movies or like these new movies where they're like in high school and they're like getting naked and shit like that? And you're like, what the fuck do I gotta
Yeah.
watch this shit for?
That's called child pornography.
Thank you. I thought you were like making my point, but no. Yeah, I don't know why I gotta watch these child porns.
Yeah, no, but they're.
What do you mean, high school?
Why do I gotta
movies?
download it off the torrent site, put it on my TV, and watch child porn?
Like
No.
American Pie?
Yeah, like
Google Child Porn.
Like American Pie?
American Pie. I was their age. I mean, like what was a movie I was watching?
Degrassi?
No, not Degrassi. There's a movie that came out like lately. These high school movies.
Spaceballs?
I fucking hate all of you.
Well,
Forget
this
it.
is,
Let's move on.
No, but there's a show on Showtime right now called Shameless.
Yeah.
And there's two characters that are always naked and having sex. With this,
How old are they?
They're supposed to be in high school.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw it, I was like, obviously these guys are losing their shit.
Yeah, because they're 12.
They're laughing about Spaceballs. But
that's a great movie, though.
It is
It
a great
is a great movie.
It is a great.
Izzy's trying to make a point.
Yeah, the point's gone now. I forgot my point, but I was arguing. No, I was arguing on your side that.
Thank you. That's
that
but
it's-
apparently
Wait,
Spaceballs.
so you were arguing?
that
Stop
there's,
it.
You don't
there's
wanna
Just
see-
overtly
stop
there's
it.
overtly sexual stuff where they're portraying teenagers. Like
And you don't like that.
fuck off. The girls in the show, I frequently check IMDb to check for age. This is something I do.
That's a problem then.
No, well, I'm curious because I don't want to be creepy. And now
No.
it used to
that's
show
how
the
it
year.
would be.
They
Don't
used to
worry.
show the year they were born, but now they put their age in parentheses. It's beautiful. But on Shameless, there's this one girl. She's naked all the time, and I checked because she's supposed to be a 17-year-old girl, and I was creeped out.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's not 17 because it's on Showtime. But she was like 27 years old. So I was like, oh, perfect. I can get out of that.
Now
but
I
it's
can
still.
Oh, here's a perfect scene.
But
It was what's that? I gotta know what I'm talking about before I get into it. 'Cause Spaceballs,
Yeah, because Dumb
One
and
Flew Over the
Dumber.
Cuckoo's
You
Nest.
see it.
No, what's the
Ocean's
one?
11.
No, it's not Ocean's 11 with Superbad. That
Perry?
scene in the end of Superbad where she's like, "I'm gonna suck your dick" and all.
Yeah.
That was creepy. That was like,
Which
ugh.
girl was that?
Same with like the
That
last.
was supposed to be funny creepy, though.
Yeah, but it was just
Joan
like.
Rivers.
Same with the Moonrise Kingdom. That scene where they're on the beach. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's like they're like 12 or 11.
Why do you know all these movies that apparently you're not comfortable with?
That's not the whole movie. The whole movie isn't kids fucking.
I have seen that movie.
Is there any other movies you know about that kids fucking?
Don't look at him when you're talking to me.
I'm doing like
talk to
this.
me.
I'm
don't,
like this.
don't make fun of me while you talk to him.
But you ever see a 16-year-old girl somewhere and you think
No.
she's like, oh fuck, she's pretty hot, and you think if I ran into her in a bar in like a couple years,
Yeah, but you're 20. Yeah, you're 20. It's different.
I'm 43. I'm saying this.
I don't know. There's something about like under a certain age. I'm just like,
You can vote for who the prime minister is. I think
That's 18 though. You 16-year-old.
I'm saying that's what I mean. 18
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
18.
fuck an
18.
18-year-old.
But
Nobody's
even
got a problem with that.
yeah, no, you were talking. You said 16.
No, you said I say you see a 16-year-old girl, you're like, oh yeah, she's hot. I hope I run into her in 2 years.
No, I don't.
I've said that.
Okay. No one's shocked.
No, you shouldn't be shocked. I love it's all quiet. We're all got boners.
Do you guys agree that half your age plus 7 rule applies?
What's that rule? I don't know what that is.
It's you take your age, divide it by 2, and then add 7. So that's the youngest you can sleep with. So
I
for
see.
me, I don't know math. So for 20, it'd be 10 plus 7. So the youngest you can sleep with is 17. Do you believe that rule to be accurate?
I don't know.
You've heard the rule though?
Yeah,
right?
I've heard the rule, but I don't know.
If she's 18, fair game, no matter how old you are.
Fair game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That doesn't sound like a
I like-
rapist at all. Fair game.
Sounds like a movie.
She's
the way
in
you
my
say it.
scopes.
Fair game.
It's all about the hunt.
For
For me,
The sea hunt.
the youngest girl I could sleep with is 19 and a half. I had to use my calculator for that because I'm an idiot.
No,
so.
no, you can sleep with an 18-year-old.
18's fine. Anyone can sleep with an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Any like there's
But at what point does it
society
become-
would be like, oh, that's creepy, but it's 18 and up, you're fine. But for me personally, it's just not attractive.
I know legally it's fine, but do you find it morally wrong?
That's what I find. I just find it's like you're kids.
No, you just
still.
said it. You just talk about stuff more.
Talk about stuff you school them in
This
life.
is where you
Listen
get.
to us.
Wait a second. This is also this is why the original conversation we were talking about dating girls and dating dudes would be better. You were saying
Right.
because you're dating fucking 18-year-olds. What are you talking about?
I'm not dating 18-year-olds.
But if
Fucking them.
okay, so what do you
He's
talk
finding them
about?
at Tim Hortons, waiting 2 years, and then fucking them.
So what? What do you talk about with an 18-year-old?
Stuff.
Like what?
I don't know.
Justin
Justin
Bieber.
yeah.
Justin Bieber's cool.
Oh, there you go. Of course.
Wow, they both want to fuck Justin Bieber.
I like. I'd fuck him too. High fives.
That Woody Allen shit's re-emerging too about him and his daughter. Is it his
Yeah.
biological daughter?
I think
It's adopted.
Dylan.
Adopted.
It was
Alright.
it was
No,
his
but
daughter.
he's with his adopted daughter. But
Yeah, but
the one he apparently molested, isn't that?
Mulit.
Is that not
Well,
his
both, I think.
biological daughter?
Yeah, he's
Both
just fucking too many people.
Apparently, it's his biological daughter
is-
and his adopted daughter.
Well, his
They're
adopted
saying-
daughter he married.
Yeah, but apparently when she was
Oh,
young,
she was- But
he was. They had naked pictures.
That's fine.
Yeah, of with the one he married.
when she was young.
Yeah. When he was dating what's her
Wait,
name,
what-
Mia Farrow.
where's
Oh,
They found
so
naked
what's
pictures.
the main proof that
Like baby
that
pictures?
this is
yeah,
actually
on a
happened?
rug.
sorry.
Sears
main
portraits.
proof?
We found the Sears portraits, her baby portraits.
Apparently, did you read his response?
Yeah, I read his response.
He had a response he wrote.
Yeah, it was actually very convincing. But then I read another article written by this guy that had like thoroughly investigated. He was like a part of the process the whole time, right from the beginning. And then it kind of
Sounds like if
he
you
is a
re-
pedophile.
It sounds like if you read
I don't
another
think it was
article.
response.
It sounds like if you read one more article, you would go back the other way.
I mean, maybe, but it was.
What was the main point that he made?
That's a good
The main
point.
point that he made was the guy that fucked up the opening scene of the Olympics did get murdered. That's the point that he's making.
I think like the fact that he married that girl. That
That
is
doesn't help
guilty.
him.
That doesn't
Yeah.
like just that's child molesting right there. Isn't
Well, that's
it?
not helping.
So he
Yeah.
took like apparently they did like the rape test on Dylan Farrow, who's
What's
Mia
Dylan
Farrow's
test?
daughter that is coming out again and saying that he molested her, and apparently it came back negative. Is that right?
Oh no, this is what happened. Yeah, the police
What?
did it when she was a kid,
yeah.
and they use a doctor, police hired
Yeah,
doctor.
and then the test came
But
back
they're
negative.
saying that it's like at a kid. They're saying it could be coerced, it couldn't been, but it's as a child things are weird, so it's not really Yeah.
Wait. So go. What?
Well, the thing that I was saying is that the first article was written by Woody Allen.
Yeah.
Right. So the
I
It's
couldn't
very-
have fucked a child. This is
well,
ridiculous.
that's actually the tone of it. He's
Sound like Cookie Monster. You sound like a Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good Woody Allen impression.
As Cookie Monster.
That's actually kind of the tone of the article. He mocks the logic of it. He goes, "It seems absurd that I would start my career as a child molester, having never been accused of it before, or again after I would start it at this point, and then when I was breaking up with her, like Mia Farrow, and so then
Mia Farrow's his wife.
was his wife,
Wife,
yeah.
okay.
And he tells stories about Mia Farrow and how she's basically like crazy, and how it's plausible that she was angry and used her kids to manipulated her kids to get revenge on him, and he paints a very bad picture of her, which could be true, but he also says, like, in the article, one of the things that convinced me at first was he's like, I took a polygraph, like a lie detector test, and Mia never did. She never would. She refused to. But then in the article that was fact checked by a guy who's outside of it, and he even said in the beginning, nobody can know for sure if he did it or not. I'm not trying to argue that he is, but I want people to know the facts about it.
Yeah.
Woody Allen took a lie detector test, admitted by his own legal team. He refused to take one administered by the state.
Oh.
She was never asked to take one. It was never a part of it.
So what
yeah.
convinced you? What convinced you that he did do it?
Well, I don't know for sure. It just
The fact that he divorced his wife to marry his adopted daughter kind of makes you think that he's not well put together upstairs. Sure, he's a great writer, but if you can fuck a child that you raised and marry and say that you're in love with, how does that love transfer?
he didn't. Well, that's the other thing though. He didn't raise her.
But
he
what
was not a part of raising her. She was adopted, and he had no.
They didn't
part.
live together?
I don't think they lived together. He also barely even raised the other kids, which does not make it.
What did the second article?
Good if it
What did the
happened,
second
yeah.
article say that was like you were like, yeah, I think he might be.
The lie detector test
No,
is
but-
the biggest thing. It's like if
Lie
you're
detectors are
refusing,
bullshit, though.
if you're willing to take a specific lie detector test, but not any,
Yeah.
like why not take any?
No, but I
You
understand.
know?
Like, are you saying the one he did take?
It came back negative.
No, but what do you think it was controlled? The one he took, then
Yeah, it was
like
his
it's
legal
like
team, right?
his legal team's like, okay, you didn't pass, so we gotta erase this. Like, you
Well,
think that was the reason he took it with his
It
legal
could have
team?
been that, or it could have just been rigged right from the beginning, or it could have been legit. But if it was legit,
You can
and-
ask the right questions. You can ask questions that you want, right?
And polygraphs are really easy to.
Yeah, apparently they're,
Well,
they're
yeah, that's the other thing is that
they mean nothing
you
in
can
court.
train yourself
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, and I saw in an episode of Penn and Teller's Bullshit, which isn't like a totally groundbreaking stance for research, but
No,
it was
but
all about like tightening your asshole. That was the entire
Really?
thing. Yeah, they said if you tense your asshole, it will shoot.
I'm doing it right now.
It'll send enough of a frequency through the polygraph meter saying that
but you're
it would
sweating.
skew the.
I'm
skew
10
the
feet tall.
needles.
So then it would be not valid.
Yeah, well, no,
His
you
asshole's tight. His
can
asshole.
you can make
His
it
the
inadmissible by tightening, like, because you know how they do the test in the beginning. So like, okay, is your name Jordan Shear? If you say yes and tense your asshole, it'll send the needles going crazy, and then when that would show that you're lying. So if you
But they know your name is Jordan Shear,
Exactly.
so it makes
So-
it invalid.
exactly.
Oh wow!
So that's how you can. That's one way of skewing it.
But then what if they just hire someone to lightly massage your
Yes,
anus?
anus.
So you don't tense it.
Hey,
That sounds like a good day.
yeah,
You're bringing that Greek lady from your story.
yeah, the yayas.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the yaya was just there for hand jobs, and you just didn't take
You
advantage
should
of the
take
opportunity.
She's probably got
Stupid.
soft hands.
That's stupid.
No, it was stupid then.
Oh no, I thought you were saying that my statement was stupid.
No, it's not.
There's no stupid statements.
So wait, can I ask another
on
question?
Girls' Night Out.
You said they did a rape.
A rape
Kid.
I don't know what a rape test is.
No, but they
It's like
did.
you get a buzzer. They ask you questions. You get the daily double. You get raped twice. Daily double.
Who did they do the daily double on? Like his original
Who does
double?
the test?
There is no
Well, I
daily
just don't know
double.
what a rape test is. I know
The
they
rape-
were.
That's
She
not
was
the fucking medical
analyzed.
term, but
Well, I don't know.
Do you like rape?
The kid, Dylan.
Which
Do you like
kid?
rape?
Mia Farrow's daughter.
Dylan,
Correct.
the non-Asian one.
The non-Asian one.
The non-Asian one.
Got a rape
did it.
kit done on her.
From the police station.
I don't know
What
what
age?
a rape kit is.
A rape
No,
kit.
It's like a
Doesn't
lunchbox
matter. When did this happen?
With like band-aids and stuff in it.
When she was a
got a
kid
bone arrow
and
and-
recently, I believe.
When she was
And a
originally
Bible.
when she was
Some whiskey.
when Woody was originally accused.
Chloroform.
And from what I
This is
remember, and
terrible,
I could
Awesome.
be wrong, I'm pretty sure it came back negative at the time, but all of the witnesses and like people like babysitters and stuff that were involved in the situation, all their reports matched up, so it sounded legitimate, but it didn't. The
Yeah,
test
oh,
come
the
back
the
negative.
little girl's story,
Yeah.
her story changed several times in
Yeah.
interviews.
Apparently, she came in and said she didn't get molested, and then her mom took her out for ice cream. This is what it said. And then
Are
she,
you fucking kidding?
It's always ice cream.
And then she came back and she was like, "No, I got molested."
No, yeah, you know what? I was having some Rocky
so you
Road.
think-
I
you think-
realized.
But the
This must be what
Her
sex is like. I
brother-
definitely got molested. Sorry.
her brother's a family therapist now or some shit. And
Yeah.
he's saying that he doesn't think she did get molested.
Oh, really?
What did the other article say?
Yeah,
about
yeah,
him?
no, I heard. I heard.
But
the
I've
same
heard him
thing.
say that.
They didn't talk about that.
I think we're gonna solve this right here today.
I
Let's
think
do it.
he's
Did
Yeah.
he do it?
the son. Woody Allen's son has said that he thinks he's molested. Someone, anyways.
The other son, or the
There's a third
brother-
son?
No,
Oh.
the brother of
Okay.
Dylan Farrow, named like Hunter Farrow or something. I don't know, but he's a family therapist now. He doesn't think that his sister got molested,
Okay.
so he thinks that the mom manipulated her. But she came back out recently and said that she did get molested again, right? And he thinks that because she was so young and like 7, and the mom
Yeah.
was drilling into her head,
that she was molested.
that she thinks that she did get molested. But like May said, this article that I read,
Yeah.
the only thing I read about it was written by Woody Allen. So of
Yeah.
course he's gonna be like, no,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Why would I molest him?
Yeah. So I don't know. 'Cause
So,
if it's factually wrong, like,
do you
Yeah.
left
think?
shit out.
Do you think Woody Allen molested his daughter, his biological daughter?
Come on, Mace.
I don't know.
Let's get a polygraph. On
It
Come on,
sounds like it
Mace.
sounds like he was at least
Thinking
not a
interested.
healthy father figure, you know.
Jordan?
I don't know. Probably.
I think he did for sure. He's
I think he did.
creepy. He's
I think
fucking
he did.
creepy.
One more movie and then he did. Then we sent him. To
His
jail.
movies haven't been good.
Yeah. Blue Jasmine sucks. Send him now.
I didn't think it sucked. I don't think it sucked. I just think that it wasn't the greatest.
I saw the one with Larry David. That's the last one.
Whatever
I actually
works.
really
Yeah, it was
liked that
terrible.
one. But that one also, that actually, last time I talked to someone about Woody Allen fucking his kids, I brought up Whatever Works because,
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
The girl's so young.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was me and you that were
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Yeah, that is true.
yeah.
You think he'd like
seems-
steer away from that?
Yeah.
And,
I
and to cast someone that looks so much like him, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
And
how old-
someone that is
how
very
old-
similar to him.
Yeah.
It seems like a fucking.
No, you're making a movie about yourself with
Yeah.
this woman.
The Asian, his wife's Asian, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
You're saying Asian.
I
Good
remember
for you.
the
What
Asian.
was it before?
Oriental.
Oriental. Apparently, that's wrong.
Only trains and rugs.
The
Drinking
Asian, this Asian woman, right?
Yeah. You can say
How-
woman. That's fine.
How old was she when they decided to publicly say, "Yeah, I'm dating this chick"?
18, right?
She was 18.
I think so.
18.
They were probably dating for a while.
Yeah, but let's when it was.
Yeah.
He's
Public?
like hey, public because she was 18.
Yeah.
So it was 18 or plus. So this is the thing. Like if he was like it was this another girl that wasn't an adopted daughter, it would have been like people like, oh, you like young pussy, but oh, that's whatever, right? It's like, oh, you like young pussy,
Clearly, you're talking about senators and scientists.
and Woody Allen.
And you like young pussy.
You like young pussies. He's dating. He's
It's fantastic.
I'm dating.
I like young pussies.
And I wouldn't like you wouldn't think as much, right? You'd be like, oh, you like young pussy.
Yeah.
But like the fact that this chick that's 18 was like he was around when she was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You know what I mean? Like yeah, maybe you didn't raise them, but you were around a lot.
Yeah. And you also know like it's someone's daughter, like that's someone you were dating.
And yeah, and you think like when they're at Christmas or Passover.
They're Jewish, dude.
I know, that's why I said Passover.
Christmas,
Fuck.
Jewish Christmas is Passover.
What?
Jewish Christmas.
That's what I said.
Okay.
I corrected
That's
myself.
I think
With
that's
their
the
Christ
biggest.
tree. That's what they call it.
That's got to be the biggest problem in this situation.
That they're Jewish.
No, like if yes, they're Jewish. No, but if he was this banging an 18-year-old that he started dating,
Yeah.
people would probably would be like, nah, this is
Creepy
not
old man. Yeah, that's
creepy
it.
old man. That's
Yeah.
not true. But the fact that this chick's been around.
Yeah, he saw her at Seder and was like, "Oh, I need to get me some of
I'll
that."
get some of that gefilte fish.
Yeah, I'd like to taste her wonton. Is it Chinese New Year's yet or what?
He's the greatest character.
Yeah, I like it. I like Woody Allen.
So well.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, here's a good question. Before we move on, if you were offered a Woody Allen movie, would you take it?
Yeah, I'd take it. I'd take it if only I was cast
That's
to
the-
do that role in Russia. If it was set in Russia, I would take that Woody Allen.
That's a
movie.
good question.
That's a good. Would you take it? Yes or no?
I don't know. I don't know.
Would you take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you take
Yeah,
it.
I guess I would take it.
Would you
too.
take it?
But then I'm a
Probably
hypocrite.
would. Yeah.
I
I'm a
would.
hypocrite.
Unless for me, I
But you
would.
don't ask me.
Yeah.
I'd
You-
take it.
you
Yes.
said you'd take it
I
in
would
Russia.
absolutely take it. Yeah.
You
He's
take
I
heard
was-
your impression. He's not offering you any movie. Buddy.
Does that make us hypocrites then?
Yeah. Well,
Probably,
I
yeah.
know I am. I know I'm a hypocrite.
I would. For
I don't
me,
got
it's like
any
this.
other
If there, I just for me, I just need proof.
I would
I
take
need
it.
money.
Well, that's what all these decisions are made on. If
Yeah.
people want money,
I would take it and then coax him to molest me and then catch him.
And then-
Prove it.
you would catch him.
Yeah.
You molested
So-
that 19-year-old boy.
That's not really molesting.
Yeah, he'd wear a wig.
So wait a second. You would catch him. So your idea is he'd molest you, and then I'd catch him in the act. But he's already molesting you. You already caught him. You caught him
I
when
mean,
he's
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt until the tip is in.
until the tip is in. You can do so much before the tip goes in.
I'm not that big
Yeah,
of a
touch
fan
it.
of his work, to tell you the truth. I don't know why people think
I like
he's so amazing.
Annie Hall. I thought that was a great movie.
I actually have not seen any of his movies, but his philosophies on stand-up comedy are awesome. There's a
Get outta
There's
here.
like a 1 hour
Go,
interview or
go,
something on iTunes.
go.
Where is he supposed to go? What?
I don't know. I'm just joking.
No, it's just very interesting.
What did Annie Hall's? I like Annie Hall's.
I can take it or leave it.
I like it.
Woody Allen stuff. Like Annie Hall was good. Like Midnight in Paris is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I could take it or leave it.
I would definitely, even though I'm not a fan, I would definitely work on a movie if he asked me to, unless I knew for me it's like I need to know 100% that other.
You fuck kids.
Yeah, if it.
That's what you say to him when he
Yeah.
offers.
Yeah, dude, just tell me 100%. Did you fuck
Before I
him
take this script.
or not?
Well, he's
fuck
got a
him?
he's got a
What do you
weird
say?
system though of casting people because what he does is he like picks people out through other work they've done and then sends them not press kits but packages with a script and a personal handwritten letter. So it's not like he's doing open casting.
Yeah,
calls.
no,
he purposely picks
Didn't
people.
Louis C.K. do one of his movies?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
something?
just now. Just
See, that's what I mean.
Jasmine.
To me, Louis C.K. would be to me a guy that wouldn't do if he knew 100%. He wouldn't do the movie, obviously.
You don't think so?
Or
He might-
yeah,
he might be just as bad as us. He might just be like
Yeah.
enamored
Well,
by
I don't
this
think he-
comedy legend.
I don't
He
think-
totally I think he's openly said he's super influenced by Woody Allen.
yeah. I don't think he would not. I
Oh,
don't.
you
I
think
don't
he-
think he's I don't think he's like the most moral human being on the planet.
No,
I
but
think he's human.
I think he's human, but I think if he, like I said, I think if he knew 100%,
Listen, no
I
one's
don't think
knocking
he'd
down
take
the
it.
doors to give any of us fucking spots in Woody Allen movies. So
he could hear this
we're all
podcast,
taking
dude.
it. And we're all calling him a pedophile.
Yeah, we're calling him a
basically.
pedophile. We actually did an impression of
Yeah,
him.
I did a very
But yeah,
Trying to
we've
fucking
all
age
said,
anti-Semitic.
we've
I
all
wanna hear
we've
so
all
much
said
more
that
of
we're
that.
hypocrites.
Okay.
So we should. We're going extra long, right? No.
What's that?
We're already at
2:15.
We can split these in.
If we do another like 15 minutes or something.
All right,
Yeah.
Yeah, 15.
and then we can
We
split.
got a
30.
meeting to go to.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have your radio meeting?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Turn on trouble.
Nice.
That we know of. Thug is the new N word.
Well, that's what the.
Am
What's
I
a,
right?
What's? That's a good way to roll into
I
that.
don't know how to roll
Thanks
into
for
Where
this
did you
other
hear that?
That was from that. What's the guy that played for the Seattle Seahawks?
There was a dude that plays for the Seattle Seahawks.
Let's get his name.
Name's George Washington.
It's Carver.
Freddie Prinze Jr.?
No, Freddie Prinze the original. His father that killed him.
Carlton.
He's just going to Google now.
Keep talking.
Anyway, so he did an interview after
A game?
the game right before he went to the Super Bowl, I believe.
Yeah.
And apparently Michael Crabtree, because they were playing the 49ers, had said something bad about him or something. So he came out and said, like, what did he say?
Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman.
Yeah, a lot of the he said something that you choked and stuff like that. That's what he was saying. He was like, "We're gonna take you."
He's like, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
It was just like,
ooh.
yeah.
You
Yeah, he did a lot of,
choked.
ooh, you guys, we're good, you're bad.
Yeah.
And then so the press started calling him a thug, his behavior. It was just like basic. He was yelling and stuff, excited, like, doesn't matter. But they call him a thug, and he said that's like the new N-word. It's like, because you're not calling other people thugs. You're not calling other...
You wouldn't say it to a white guy. You don't call
Yeah.
a white guy a thug, right?
Like,
I
Yeah,
don't
well, that
get
is
called
a-
a thug.
And this guy was educated at Stanford. He's like, he
Yeah.
graduated top in his class.
he was doing like trying to do like just shit talk in the sense of like the way boxers do it. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was pretty ramped up because he was going to the Super Bowl.
He went
I think
to-
He was just excited and fired up.
And
Someone
the guy
called
that
him
you...
a thug.
Yeah, the news. He went up and to shake one of the guy's hands, and the guy hit him. He was like, come on, whatever. And then, the news called him a thug. It's thug behavior.
Yeah, and he's saying that it's a new N-word.
Yeah.
That calling somebody a thug.
So are
is
you
like,
saying
it's
do
a
I
N-word.
do you agree with him or don't?
But I just think it's weird. Like, I don't know. I guess, yeah, I agree with
The
that.
football players.
Yeah.
I guess obviously he's black.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So this black football player is saying
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you agree with him?
Yeah, I kind of do.
I agree with him.
I think it's like, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, because I don't think they would have called him like the word thug, like just calling him a thug. Like,
Yeah.
like you said, like you're not really calling white people. A thug.
It's almost.
No.
It's
Yeah,
al-
but white people do get called thug. It's not like it's a word.
It's kind of like if somebody said thug, I picture. this is racist.
What white people get called a thug, though, like celebrity?
Oh, with celebrity, I don't know, but when I hear thug, I imagine guys walking like the white guys walking down Barton. That
No, but okay, yeah, but you're talking about a white guy that walks down Barton. You're talking about a guy that graduated like third in his class at Stanford.
I know,
not a
but
thug?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think he's a
no,
thug.
that's not the point though. Is
Yeah,
it?
there is that. But I mean, like,
I think he should have said, called him a tough guy or something like
He
that.
called
By
him
the
thug
way
'cause
he
he
was
was black.
talking.
no, they were scared. They got scared. They saw,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's out of control.
Were you going to say something? I don't think that it's the new N-word, because I don't think in every context it's being used that way, but it sounds like from what you just said, in that
That's what he
context,
said,
it
yeah.
definitely was.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
that's a great
cop out.
point.
Yeah, that is a good point.
I think the guys that wanted to. It's like you want to use that word instead of saying the N word.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
he-
navigating around
Around,
the bad
because-
which
words.
is almost worse.
What he did,
'Cause he
and
still
then,
did it.
Yeah.
then you want what he did compared to say what Justin Bieber does, like who's more of a thug.
Like Hamilton
Yeah.
thugs are guys that
Exactly.
shop at,
Sadly,
Hamilton thugs are guys that shop at Stitches. You know?
they want to be thugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
They stop at
Their chains
Stitches
are
and-
not gold.
Yeah. And they're like 49 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
With
up,
the
yo?
raid pants.
What's up, yo?
But
yeah. That situation was. We kind of cleared that one up pretty quick. Kind of agreed on that.
We have two more topics. One is Manolis's, so
We'll wait till he comes back. Go do your stuff.
talk about you just mentioned before. You said the one night stand, and we don't have to talk about it. 'cause
No, I just one night stands. I mean, they're great, but what?
What do you want to talk about?
Clear that up. Oscar movies.
There's an Oscar movie called One Night Stand.
How do you navigate a one night stand where it's like if it's more than a one night, but you don't want it to be a relationship, and then you feel it's going to be a relationship, and how do you?
You stop calling her.
Yeah. Remember didn't I say that?
You don't
Just-
do it more
just-
than twice.
Right.
The more you do it, the more you're alluding
That
it
is a
to
rule.
be something else.
Yeah.
Unless I imagine you just talk about it directly. Like,
Yeah,
say it.
But that's what you be upfront in the beginning.
healthy?
Yeah. Or you walk away, get a smoke bomb, you throw it on the ground, disappear.
Do you?
You can do Mace's version, or you can just hide, change your address, move.
So that's the part I'm thinking about.
Or just be upfront and say, like, if you want to continue doing it, that, like, having sex with this person,
What would
just
Woody Allen say?
Hey, you'd say, I mean, I raised you for all these years, and
It's like he swallowed a harp. I remember talking to a girl, and she loved this guy, but the guy was so he's like, this is all I want. And she was like so upset and so. I'm like, but he's told you. And she's like, yeah, but. And I'm like, well, you either take that or you move on. That's your
Well,
option.
my problem
they
is
think
like,
that they can change them.
Then they're the idiots.
Yes, absolutely.
my problem is I no matter who the girl is, if you say yeah, I'm not looking for a relationship. If you want to fuck, sometimes that's great.
Yeah.
But eventually they know that they're thinking like, no, we're gonna go out.
Yeah, but you put it out there first.
Yeah, but
If you're honest with someone and they expect more, then they're the idiot.
But I think the problem is that Manolis isn't just thinking about it in terms of like what is the fair thing, and if I do it, then I'll be fine. You're gonna care either way, even if you were direct and they understood. If you know that they think it's gonna be more, I imagine
wouldn't.
that would trouble you.
Yeah, but then you walk
Right.
away.
Yes.
It's easier to walk away because you weren't a dick. You
But
weren't an
it might
asshole.
not be for Manolis. Like if the
Manolis needs to grow up.
I do.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm joking. What I mean is, like, I don't know. I wouldn't feel bad about it
Why am I such a pussy?
because you
Why do I
care.
Nice guy.
You're not a sociopath. But what I'm saying is, to cover your own ass, is if you're up front in the beginning, you shouldn't feel guilty for going, hey, this is not what I want. Sorry, but you clearly want more than that. I'm not going to be good for you.
Yeah,
I feel like
there's
part of
nothing
you
wrong with
wants to keep this person around, though. By the sounds of it, you enjoy.
Then you're dating them.
You don't know. I feel like
I
you
don't wanna-
enjoy
no.
having sex with it.
Yeah, but then you got to be around them all the time.
You
It
can
always
have it. You can
just-
have an
Then it's gonna
arrangement.
become- it's gonna be more-
You can't
never.
fuck someone on a regular basis and not for it not going into a
She
relationship.
doesn't want to be a whore. She wants to be like, hey, let's hang out. Let's
Yeah.
do stuff. That's understandable.
and you know for sure you wouldn't want to date her.
Well, it's not her in particular. It's just I just don't
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to. I just the
Does she
idea-
listen to the podcast? Is this how you're trying to tell her right now?
No, I'm sure she does listen to podcasts. There's
That's good. That's confidence.
there's probably there's probably like this is topics maybe more.
I think this podcast,
more
if you
than
want to
one
hide something,
actually girl,
Oh.
particular
Yeah,
girl,
yeah.
anyways.
I think if you want to hide
Just
stuff,
that one girl and Woody Allen in a room. Like what the hell?
I think if you want to hide stuff, you say it on the podcast, and then no one will find out.
Yeah.
This is actually what you should do.
This is not
Yeah.
directed to one specific girl.
This goes out to all your hoes.
Yeah.
I think if you're honest up front, and then like should be able to walk away not feeling guilty or anything,
But-
because you're not being a dick.
Just feeling guilty just means you're like a good person.
Yeah.
Like that's all that means.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
it doesn't mean you're a pussy. A pussy would like cry about it. You're just a good person.
But what I'm saying
Or-
is like what's the need for guilt though? Like if I was like, hey, look, this is what I want,
I don't.
and she's
want-
like, oh fuck, okay, fine, that's fine with me. And then-
There is no need, but it just happens.
I guess
I
guess
don't.
you're right.
I just.
Some people
It's
like
just I have this.
Not to
You have
robot.
this moment. Everybody has a moment where they know exact the feeling. I see it. No, like where you're like, oh, I want a girlfriend or I don't want. Or not even. I want a relationship or I don't want a relationship, and I'm
Right.
like, I don't want a relationship.
That's
Yeah.
fine though.
There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, it's just like now it's like you bang some chick one or two, maybe three times or whatever, and like you can feel that like, hey, we gonna get married? You know, like whether
Well, I wouldn't jump to that conclusion, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
and you're like, now I'm thinking like how, like now I feel like I'm breaking up with someone.
I'm just wondering, like, did you
Even
say were you
Yeah,
fine
yeah.
off the top to say, hey,
yeah,
look,
I'm
yeah.
not. Yeah, I said all that stuff. I said
I
all
wouldn't-
that stuff, and
I
I
wouldn't-
still feel like
like you're breaking up.
I'm breaking up, or like now, like if I don't, they text me and I don't text back right away. I'm like, I feel like they're like I'm an asshole now.
Don't
Yeah.
feel bad.
Yeah, but he's going. This
I
is
know
your
he's
cross to
going to.
bear. If this is what you want,
Why am I a pussy?
Wait a second. It's normal, but this is what you have to deal with. If this is the way you want to conduct your life, if you don't want a relationship, you just want to fuck. You're gonna have to run into this shit.
And that's not being a pussy either. That's fucking
Yeah.
just being a good like.
When you're on the
there's
road,
difference.
When you're on the road and you like it happens like a one night stand, it's
That's a
you're
different
you're moving. You're on your way out.
Yeah,
so
well-
it's like this shit doesn't happen. You know.
Yeah.
Well, it
So then
sounds
you
like-
don't do it in your city.
Or for Manolis, just only do one. Like never
Just
do two.
move.
Never get it to a point where it might be more.
You gotta talk like I have control over my cock.
You have to get out there and try to get AIDS. That's your mentality. It's like I gotta get some fucking AIDS in me. Fuck as many chicks as possible.
It's like some. one person said like you want to hook up again, and I'm like, how do I say no? I don't want it to get to the point where we're boyfriend girlfriend.
To say it like that.
Just say, yeah.
You're not gonna
You can articulate it
You're
like
not gonna
just like
salvage
that.
a fucking friendship or anything out of this. And if you do, that's cool. But like, say that.
What do you want a friendship out of it anyway? You
Right.
just want to fuck a couple times and then like. Just
Yeah,
say
that's
what
what
say
I
that.
just wanted to fuck you a couple times. Is that
Dude,
what
no,
I'm
you don't
saying?
say
with
that.
Okay.
There's nicer ways.
No. Why are you angry?
But there's a nicer way of saying that. Like, hey,
It's your
look,
fault.
all I want out of this is blah blah blah, and I don't want to do it anymore. You're not. You don't have to deal with the
Ugh.
person. At least you're done. At least it's cut off.
This is mean.
Or
You see,
only fuck your adopted
this is
daughters.
why you think you're being a pussy, because you're concerned about this person's feelings, which doesn't make you a pussy. That makes you a nice guy.
Yeah.
So just why don't you try to express that this is how you're feeling? Like, look, like I feel like shit about this, but we're not breaking up. We're not.
Gay sweater.
What'd you say?
I'm wearing a gay sweater and I'm also wearing
What does it say on?
spotless. It's
Where's
a
the
fucking work sweater.
Spotless
the
dry
back say?
He's making such a good point.
I was Russia. I was making such a good
Oh
point.
no, we're done with that.
So we have no answer.
No, I gave you an answer. Here's what you have to do. You have to like. My thing is like, okay, I understand you feel bad for her, but why does she got to make you feel bad for feeling bad to tell her that? You told her off the top. You said, hey, I don't want more than this shit.
Yeah, you're not.
I don't want no
responsible
more
for
than
her
this.
Yeah.
expectations.
Yeah, like you can't control their expectations. If
That's me like me pretending that I don't see them.
Yeah.
Oh, you see
Yeah.
them often?
You know,
Slip him the
girl,
hot
I mean, a girl,
Expectations, like
if girls like banging you, like
he knows
I mean,
what he's getting into, he's saying.
like it's not like I don't know this girl likes me.
But I don't see so you just feel bad about walking away. You just want
Yeah.
to know the way to walk away. Just
I
be
want to
honest.
know
That's
how
it.
do I,
That's what I'm saying.
You just have to be honest.
you
That's
know,
all
I
you
want
gotta
to,
be.
I want to be able to like, you know, like those like
Before you put your
whoa,
dick in, you be honest.
you know, I did that already, but
that's our next T-shirt.
You'll be honest.
what's a well?
Or you put that
Men,
dick-
remember when Men in Black?
Yeah, the
Get that
neuralizer.
What?
Neuralizer.
I want that.
So you want to fry someone? You'd rather instead of hurting someone's feelings, you'd rather fry their brain.
Does that hurt them?
I wouldn't trust you with a neuralizer at all.
Was that really
That-
fucking something that's brain
He
up?
just fumbles with it, has it up backwards, forgets he has a neuralizer.
Yeah, just,
I find that a little bit more noble though, because
the
he's
neuralizer is more noble.
no, coming from him though, because he's so genuine that he really doesn't want to hurt this person's feeling. That he's like, listen, I'm just gonna wipe all of this.
No,
out
that's
for
not genuine at all. That's the opposite of
That's
genuine.
it is
genuine is
genuinely
going,
a
hey,
pussy.
look, I don't want this. Sorry, it's over.
I'm not
Erasing
I
the
understand.
memory of what
I
happened
understand.
is not genuine.
I understand that it's not genuine, but I'm saying him going to this extent where he's like, I just want to wipe all of this out of her mind because you're so scared to do it.
No, that's him being sensitive.
I don't
know if it's genuine.
If I like when I have a girlfriend and if I break up with a girl
At
and
this
she's
rate,
just
my friend, it ain't gonna happen.
thank
The
you.
wise black guy.
Yeah,
Just try to make me feel better.
I'm trying.
But if I was to like, break up with a girl, like an actual relationship, and like I want to break up with you, and she starts crying, I'd be like, okay, stop crying, and we'll get married.
And you live your life going, but why would you have to feel like shit?
Because that's
You're just making both your lives like
He's
shit.
like the nicest person ever, though.
Yeah, but that's not even nice now. That's because now
That's
both your
pity.
lives are
No,
gonna be
I mean,
shit.
I'm
He's
a
not gonna
pussy.
be happy. He's got
I'm
to
a
live with
pussy.
he's got to live with this woman. Well, you get married.
I'd
right?
rather run. I don't
She's
think
happy
I'm the
for
only
that
guy like
moment
this.
that you get. She's happy the moment you get married, but then you got to live in this life where he's not happy at all. She's gonna have to feel like shit.
But I'm
with
not.
him.
I'll marry for now. Once I can get my hands on this fucking neuralizer thing, then we'll go from there. I think about like just.
Yeah, but until they develop the neuralizer, you're both
But
gonna be like,
I have a moment where like I think like, well, I could just move. I could just go to China. You know, she can't get mad at me if I'm gone.
dude,
If you're a missing person.
Yeah.
dude, you
She
wouldn't
could just have
survive in
years of
China.
sorrow.
Well, whatever.
You can't eat
I'll
the
go to
food
Kitchener.
there.
I'll go to Kitchener.
You might survive in Kitchener.
You're gonna have years of sorrow.
So your options are Kitchener or China.
This is a whole other country.
Yeah.
They both have Asians, right?
Kitchener actually has quite a few. There's a university town.
Oh, shut up, Poindexter.
How do I turn off
Poindexter.
my feelings?
You don't have to turn off your feelings. You just gotta be honest.
I already did that, man. It still didn't work.
You gotta be honest
Pat
with
to do it
yourself.
for you.
There you go.
Did I get
that's
Mace?
the
Did you
solution.
say you would do it?
No, Pat.
Oh yeah, Pat. Oh my god.
It's done.
Yeah.
But Pat, like, you know, Pat's in a relationship now, but like Pat could do that thing where like he just played dumb. It's like, oh,
Why don't you
you
try that?
like me? All right,
Try that.
no, I'm not good at
You got to
that.
be a sociopath to do that.
So I'm fucked is the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You're fucked.
Okay. Go.
Or move to China, where that wouldn't happen at all.
Well, I can start fresh, and if it happens in China, I can move out from China.
So you're just gonna be eliminating places where you could live, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I was
Places
watching-
to go on tour.
I was watching. Listen, I was watching that movie. I only watched half of it. With the, he's dating the OSC.
Transformers, the movie.
50 First Dates.
Count Dracula.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Rocky 3.
Batman Returns.
Joaquin Phoenix. What's it called?
Her.
Ghostbusters.
Her.
Ghostbusters 2.
That movie was cool. I like that movie.
I only watched half of it. I'm gonna watch the rest of it. I was starting to get stressed out
Why?
because there was like.
Don't do spoilers.
Well, I just got to the point where they're starting to fight
Okay.
When did they start fighting?
halfway through. They're arguing, but I'm like, I'd be like,
That's more than halfway through.
but he's
They're
like,
almost done.
he has sex with her, like, well, like
They have phone sex and he just jerks off.
But the next day it's a little awkward when they talk because he's like, oh hey, it's like it's almost like a real relationship. That's I guess the point of the
Well,
movie.
actually, it's like, it's him going, oh my god, I'm having a relationship with a computer.
Right.
I don't want to get it serious.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he's
yeah.
just having cold feet.
Right.
Yeah.
But my point is like that I would be like him. If it was like in my head, like I could just not turn on this computer anymore.
Yeah, you could just delete her.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but then you.
but
have to
I'm
watch the
still
rest of the
I would
movie.
still worry about that fucking computer's feelings.
You gotta. Well, because the computer was real. It's AI.
What?
It's real. It's artificial intelligence.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I'd still be worried about it.
But it's not a computer. You have to watch the rest of the movie, see what happens.
Yeah.
Because the community don't give a fuck about him.
Oh,
What?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
But anyways, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm into the idea though of like her. I thought it was cool. I would totally have a girlfriend cell phone. That'd be awesome. Everyone, it was,
just went silent.
dude. Well, you haven't
show you
seen.
pictures of underage actors.
Are we trying to say something about Izzy?
You
the fatty
you know the
karate?
girl's- But everybody knows the girl's voice.
Yeah,
Cell
that's
phones
Scarlett
haven't been
Johansson.
out for 16 years yet.
So
You only have a relationship with cell phones because they haven't been out for 16 years.
Oh.
Fuck
but
me.
what's her name? Sandra?
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah, sorry. Scarlett.
Sandra Johansson.
I don't know.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock's in the space one.
Oh,
That
okay.
movie really irritated me.
I'm not a big fan of it.
But you can picture even though it's like a computer or whatever you called it,
AI.
AI. You can see the girl's face.
Well, that's just because you know her voice.
Yeah.
And I think that's what drew me to the idea more, not because cell phones have been around for less than 16 years. But
Scarlett Johansson. Fuck yeah.
She also organized all the shit for him. She knew everything about him just by.
But that's what your
It's
computer,
AI.
what operating system should do.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'd rather date an AI than
Yeah.
a real person.
So what the
Yeah,
hell?
you saw the whole movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So an operating system. What does that fucking mean? What do you
Like your iPhone runs on an operating system.
Okay, so,
So the computer that processes everything.
Yeah.
So like when you click like your mail, like the operating system knows to open up your email.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can date an operating
In the movie, you can.
In the movie.
the movie,
it's,
like
it's
she-
an inevitable.
So the
next
thing
step.
has
It's like my
some-
joke about fucking robots.
Yeah, but it can
We had to
actually.
get past fucking robots.
The idea is that it actually can like become its own thing.
Yeah. Hey, you'll watch the rest of the movie.
Yeah,
then.
watch the rest and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the rest of it. It's stressing me out though.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, you haven't seen it.
it's well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
I really want to see it. Though.
I really like that guy, Joaquin.
Yeah,
is it?
Joaquin Phoenix.
He's such a good actor.
Yeah,
that
he's
guy.
in The Master too.
He's really good.
And once again, R.I.P. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Should we have a moment of silence?
No.
Should we just?
15 minutes of just silence.
We can add that in at the end. We don't really. So, yeah, this is 2 episodes. Are we gonna say 2 episodes, or are you gonna split it? 2 episodes of Girls Night Out. Remember,
Part 1, Part 2.
part 1 and part 2 of this. Remember to subscribe, rate, and comment on YouTube. I mean, on iTunes and YouTube.
We're on YouTube now.
What's the YouTube channel?
We're YouTube rich, bitch.
Come on,
If you
Mace.
Google Girls Night Out podcast, it'll show up.
Or if you go to
If you YouTube, yeah.
girlsnightoutpod.com.
You figure this shit out for yourselves, guys.
But it's there. They're
It's
up.
there.
If they got this, I'm sure they could figure out YouTube.
I'm sure they'll
and
figure
if they
it.
got
Yeah,
this,
how are
they
they
don't
listening?
need to watch it on YouTube.
Tell us.
Oh, boom.
That
guys
was
can
brilliant.
Yeah, you can listen to this at gnopodcast.com. Right now, girlsnightoutpod.com.
Yeah, pod.com.
Or
And,
iTunes.
If you made it this far, congratulations.
and tell us what you think about the microphones. We're gonna get more, so we can all get a microphone. That'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna buy more.
Send us your money so we can buy microphones.
We'll be back next.
And Izzy a new sweat.
No one's ever given us money.
We'll be back next week. This is What the Fuck with Mark Maron. Thank you.